Yo guys, welcome back to Arise, and today I'm going to be making a little helping video to show you guys how to get pretty OP. So before, I was literally just waiting for the king to spawn every single time. You wouldn't really get any, and now that the event is gone, you won't really get any as well. But if you go to the AFK area, which is what I would personally do, just go there. Super easy. I don't know the times if you don't have premium, but if you do have premium, it is every 3 minutes. And you can get a lot of really good stuff. Some stuff that was really hard for me to get was the powder. So I got a bunch of common powder and rare powder and legendary powder. Haven't gotten the tiger, but you can also get a G Beru, which is the strongest unit in the entire game by far. It does like 4 trillion or something like that. Very good. And you can also get, some exclusive blades. Now they are just a skin, but they are pretty cool. I believe tiger would be a mount, and then like I said, tickets for if you're free to play, you can get some game passes, and the powder is really nice for swords. But the 1% or 0.1% chance, sorry, so 1 in 1,000 to get the best unit in the entire game. If you guys are just starting, or if you need any stuff like that, I would highly recommend actually trying to go and get that, because it will boost your damage a lot. If you are just going to try and AFK overnight or anything like that, I would highly recommend it. If we look at my team, I did get one overnight doing 4.21 trillion damage, which is obviously a big number, helping out a tremendous amount to my team. I believe my DPS before is maybe around 4 to 5 trillion, and now with this guy, it's about 15 to 16 trillion, which is absolutely crazy. He will carry the team. And I also, if we go to my items, have a bunch of dust and stuff like that, which I obviously did not have before. And I even put it on my C weapon, a sharpness 4, because I do have the dust. So I don't necessarily know what the damage was before. It was like 8 trillion, or sorry, 8 billion or something like that. But now it's 54 billion. Obviously, it's not super OP if I'm, fighting people with QA HP or anything like that. But every little bit will help your DPS. So that is very nice. Way to get a bunch of dust. So the biggest thing I would genuinely do is just whenever you're trying to go AFK or anything like that, don't AFK on Beru, sorry. Like I was doing. You're obviously gonna need some SSs because you're not gonna have a full team unless you AFK a bunch. I know people who've gotten 4 or 5 in one night if they're extremely lucky. So their DPS is going up to like 100 trillion. So it genuinely is probably the best way to get a G rank Beru. I know Sister Guard and Jixie Jax, I was talking to them earlier, like Sister Guard was in the server a while ago. She said that she was doing just like 4 or 5 days worth of constant grinding for Beru, and she never got a G rank. So that's absolutely insane. And I AFK'd the AFK area one night and got it. Now, obviously, you guys probably won't be that lucky. It might take a couple of nights, but I mean, Jixie Jax got it like that as well. By far, the best thing to do is to go to your AFK area and do that, because it's just really hard. As you can see, I've gotten a decent bit of Berus, and none of them have been G rank except the one from the AFK arena. So that is a very good way to get them. And then if you do get him, you can obviously go and farm some Berus as well for an SS, because SSs are still very good. The second best unit, or the second best like rarity, I guess, the rank. So they're still very good. But my DPS has obviously gone up a significant amount. We can go over here and test it out in just a second. But if you guys are stuck at all, I would recommend the AFK arena, AFK area, whatever it's called, if you guys are going to go AFK or anything like that, because like I said, it does give you a pretty big boost. If you guys are just getting swords and just need a little bit extra of a boost, all of the rune stuff will help you. If you guys, get lucky, if you just start and get just a G rank Beru, you're going to go from terrible DPS. It's very hard to actually progress through this game unless you get carried like I did at the start. I know people who've played this game for 2-3 days and they're still just getting their SSs or their S's even. So you're going to be able to skip a whole lot of stuff just by getting the G rank. And the other big tip, if we look over here, by the way, I'm getting 12-ish trillion, which is crazy. Sometimes they'll show up to 15 or so. But another big tip I would do is 100% try to get your best DPS that you can. You need to be able to get 30 trillion on the Beru whenever he does spawn. They spawn at, I believe, 15 and 45. So like 545, 515, stuff like that. They'll spawn, and they give you a bunch of chances because they spawn so much. And I don't necessarily know the exact chances that you will get a Beru. But if you don't get a Beru, you can at least get the, I don't have her anymore. You can at least get the Ant Queen. She is a decent chance to get her. And if you get an SS or an S, I only got S's actually for her. And the max level, 11 billion starting off. So if you get, I don't necessarily know how much damage you need for her to get the ability to have a chance to get her at least. But if you do get her, she is really, really good. But 30 trillion damage is what you need in order to get the credit in order to try and get a Beru right here. And if you end up getting him at SS, as you guys saw, he's doing 381 billion for me. And for a G rank, he's doing 4.21 trillion, which is crazy. So definitely getting him will help you guys an absolute butt ton. If I look at this guy, I think you can get him for a G2. I'm not too sure. 1.62 trillion. I mean, he's good too. But that's by far the best couple things to do to get your stuff started. Now, starting out isn't necessarily the easiest in this game. Like I said, try and, do it with friends or something like that. Would help you out a bunch. If someone's doing an S rank or any rank that you can't necessarily do, ask them for help. You just need 10% on any enemy in order to get the credit in order to arise them. And then also doing a bunch of dungeons is a really, really good way to get the tickets, as well as the AFK area is also a really good way to do that. And then you can buy, obviously, all of the game passes in here. Not too sure what Instant Destroy does. I got this, this came out a couple days ago. Remove the timer to destroy. I don't necessarily know to destroy what, but you can also buy more inventory slots, everything like that. But it has super carried me getting this G rank. As you can see, my DPS has flown up. I'm definitely gonna AFK again overnight. If you can get probably like 3 or so G ranks, you might even be on the leaderboard. I don't know how many people have actually gotten multiple G ranks, but they obviously are super crazy. If you get a full team, it's gonna be absolutely insane. And these are a limited time unit as well, so you guys definitely want to go to the AFK reward area and do that, because the Beru is probably leaving within a couple weeks. I imagine they said that it was a limited time event, so I would definitely get them, because right now the AFK arena is the best way to get G ranks. And then, like I said earlier, to get SS ranks, the area over here, I'll show you guys in a second, it'll spawn over this way, I believe, and it is the best way to get the SS ranks as well. You can get a G rank. I don't know if I said that. You can get a G rank from the island, just getting lucky. I have not. I know most people have not actually gotten a G rank like that either. But as soon as you get 30 trillion, head over here and try and get, or I think you need maybe 200 billion DPS in order to get credit. So to get like 300 billion should be nearly enough, and then you can get 30 trillion on the guy. If they're defeating it too fast, ask them, if you can get your 30 trillion real fast. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's maybe a 1 in like 100 or something like that. If you guys saw my video not too long ago, I did do this for like 2-3 days and didn't get a single one. There was a 2x Beru event, but it is gone now, so it's gonna be a lot harder to get him. But you come over here, and he is probably the easiest. It's probably the easiest and best way to get an SS, honestly. There's a bunch of SSs in the game, but this one is one of the strongest ones. If we look at our index over here, if we go to Lucky Kingdom, I mean, this guy is the best guy there. SS at 225. He's only doing 202 billion. So our guy over here is better. However, there are things like this guy, SS, that's doing 146 billion. So a face heal like dungeon boss or Lucky Kingdom dungeon boss will probably be better if you get him SS, but that's very hard to do. This guy, you defeat him, and if you end up arising him, he will, I think, always be SS. I don't think he can be an S, but he'll either be SS or G, and already doing 381 billion. If you get one of these guys, you can way easier, I guess, get the credit on defeating him. But let's sit here and wait till the Ant King spawns, and we can see how much damage we're doing to him, how fast we beat him with just this guy over here as well. Okay, guys, so it is 15. The raid on Dedu? It's, I'm pretty sure, Jeju Island, or something like that on the solo leveling. But it has spawned because it is 15. However, it does take maybe a minute or so for the queen to spawn. And also, something I didn't mention is I have an S. So it's a rank S. There's everything from no rank, E, D, B, C, A, S, I believe it goes. And basically, I'll show you guys where that is. But you just have to beat a dungeon. It's a very long, tedious process. If you guys have watched my last video, you'll see very, very, very annoying. But where are my guys at? But every single time you get a rank, so I think at no rank you get no multiplier. Once you go to E rank, you get a 5% bonus. Every single time you rank up, your units get a 5% bonus to damage, which is why my guys are doing 381.39 billion. If you guys have them and you're just like no rank, it might be, I think it's 287 billion. Could be wrong, but as you can see, the Ant Queen has spawned. You actually have to beat up all of the guys around her first, her little royal red ants, because you can't actually attack her until that. There we go. And then she has, I believe, like 4 or 5 phases. We did that. I assume most of you guys know this already, but just in case you don't, you just want to defeat all these guys. Most of the time, there will be multiple people. And if you do this fast enough, you can back out, try and get another server. There's a lot of people who have like raid servers, stuff like that, that'll help. But this is definitely a really easy way. If you get these guys as well as like a good unit, let's see here. You normally get these guys at, I think, A rank. So let's actually look at the index for that. They're not very good, but if you're just starting out, getting one of these will be a pretty good starter unit. See, they're doing 265 million, which is pretty okay. It's nothing special, but if you're just starting out, you don't need too much damage on these guys. I don't imagine. You can also get an SS rank. Ooh, nice. There's a little cutscene. I thought I had cutscenes off, but I guess not. Here we go. Cool cutscene right over here. Let's turn that off. Skip cutscenes. I feel like that should be on. Enable or say, look. Sure. Just yeah. But this guy has around 3 QA. I'm doing 13-ish trillion. Sometimes 16, sometimes 17. Just depends. But right here you can see your total damage to the enemy that you are attacking. You just need 30 trillion of that, and you can have credit to arise the guy. I'm just gonna turn it off. Auto destroy, hopefully that's off. Yeah. And you have 3 chances. Like I said before, though, very, very, very rare. I'm most likely not gonna get this, but we can see. And ever since I got the G rank, I'm actually defeating this guy. Like, I could do this solo. It's way better. The G rank is absolutely crazy and carrying you. So like I said, if you guys are struggling whatsoever and you guys are going to go AFK for any reason, you guys are going to go to bed, anything like that, just turn it on. I think you can even do this on console. If this game is on console, I actually don't know. But you don't need to have an auto clicker on or anything like that. It won't kick you out for being AFK for 20 minutes or anything like that. So you can just AFK it to your heart's content, guys. I believe I did 13 or so hours of AFKing it, and I came back with a bunch of rewards. Let's see here. Arise, arise. Arise. No, I unfortunately did not get him, but that is okay. All right, and then I'm going to show you guys 2 more things to help you guys out. Over here, the solo leveling is the starting island. If we go over here to check, there's also little red ants all around for you guys to, you know, get those. If you are new, just ask someone to, you know, do 10% damage or something like that, and then ask someone to kill him. It'll give you a little bit of a boost. I think they're a C rank though. Also, if you guys didn't know I didn't explain this, but dungeons spawn, I believe, every 30 minutes as well. So you can go through them. You can join up to 4 people at a time. There are these little runes that they added. I don't necessarily know how they work, but you can add them to a dungeon and change it up a little bit. But if you go over here, the spawn is, let's see, the spawn is right here to spawn. And then you just want to go up, left, left, right here. There's this little area with a door. You go to either one of the elevators, and then you come up here. You can go straight through here. If you guys have extra tickets, you can buy these things. I don't necessarily know if they're good or not, but there's different runes that you can buy. Add an extra rune for tickets. Increase the amount of gems obtained. I mean, some cool stuff. I don't necessarily know how good it is or anything. There's some display weapons which are cool. And then you come to the right over here, and as you can see, it says rank test. It'll tell you what rank they are. It should be at the current rank E. Whenever you guys just come do this, or whatever rank you are, and then boom, boom, boom. You have to do it like 6 or 7 times, something like that. It's just very tedious. It doesn't really get too hard, but I think you need around maybe like 1 trillion, maybe a little bit more DPS to actually get to S rank. So you are gonna have to get at least a couple of these SS Berus in order to do S rank. If you have maybe like a million or so, you can do rank E. You know, maybe like 5 million, 10 million, you can do rank D. It doesn't scale up too much besides A and S though. So you guys should be able to do that pretty easily. And the last thing, let's go to the AFK rewards and show you guys how this works as well. As you guys saw though, it says 3 minutes. Oh, I guess it kept from last time. Cool. So I'm gonna wait for this to show up, and as you guys can see, it says received over here. It'll tell you exactly what all you get, how many times you get it. Obviously, no matter what stage of the game you're at, these aren't gonna be great. Gems don't necessarily matter that much unless you want to open up portals or open up dungeons, reuse them or anything like that. But I mean, 2000 is just not good. They need to definitely fix that. But it'll show up over here, so give me just a minute and 30 seconds to see what we get. I imagine we're going to be getting some of the gems, which are pretty unfortunate. Okay guys, pops up that, but there we go, you get a reward. It tells you in parentheses how many of those rewards you get. So if you go AFK, it's also 4 minutes maybe, something like that, I'm assuming, but it'll tell you how many you get. So whenever I woke up, I had like 35 of those, something like that. It gives you a pretty decent amount, but then you can just leave the B or the G rank Beru, sorry, will be in your inventory just like that. By far the best way to get him. I just asked this guard, she still has not gotten one, and she by far is the most amount of grindy person I've seen. I would see her live streaming 7-8 hours a day. She would be doing 7-8 alt accounts or PS servers to, like, you know, refresh Berus. She never got one. So you basically will only get a G Beru if you're lucky in the AFK rewards. And if you get multiple, boom, basically infinite G ranks if you just AFK this for a while. Like I said, I predict that the Beru will be removed from this and in the game maybe in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It might be sooner though. So jump in here right now and try and get them, because these rewards do refresh. So whenever G rank Beru goes away, I assume that the Tiger will also go away. It will be replaced with something else. So if you want that, be sure to join. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. I can make another video explaining how the game works, the best tips you guys have, anything like that. And if you guys did enjoy and found this helpful, let me know in the comments below as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!